Joining us now is Scott Goldberg, ABC News correspondent. He has the latest. Scott, thanks for joining us this morning.
My pleasure, Larry. Yeah, the arrest warrant is on a charge of obstruction of justice regarding Aaron Hernandez. It's not a warrant on a murder charge yet. It's something that could potentially evolve into that. They're still not calling him a suspect, but this is coming after sources tell ABC News that the home surveillance system that Hernandez had inside his home, and included video surveillance, was smashed intentionally. Also, sources tell us that he handed a cell phone over to investigators that was in pieces. Also looked like it was destroyed. So because of that, there is this arrest warrant. Not clear if he's actually in custody yet, but it's on this charge of obstruction of justice. And this also comes as we learned that he might have hired a team of housekeepers went into his home on Monday to scrub the house on the same day his friend, Odin Lloyd, was found murdered about a mile away from home. So these developments all are happening. Again, Aaron Hernandez not being called a suspect at this point, but being wanted for questioning on this obstruction of justice charge.
Scott, has there been any information now of Hernandez's background? Does he have a rap sheet? Does he have any type of criminal record that we know about?
Well, we're learning more about that. There are people who have described what have been called incidents of violence in his past. He actually is getting sued now by a former friend who claims Hernandez shot him in the eye in February in Miami. There weren't any criminal charges on this because the friend didn't cooperate with investigators, and this lawsuit actually was filed once and withdrawn, but now has been filed again, claiming that Hernandez shot his friend in the eye after they had been to a strip club. So we are hearing more stories like that as this investigation.
Scott Goldberg, this really just broke within the last 45 minutes that an arrest warrant has been issued. He is not in custody, right? The police are going to take him into custody, or do you know if he's going to give himself up?
As far as we know, he's not in custody yet, but that warrant was issued this morning by the North Attleboro Police, where he lives in Massachusetts. So we don't know if he intends to cooperate or not, but there's no indication that he's left the area. And
okay.
He had to be there to hand over his cell phone, or at least he had to be in contact with lawyers to hand over his cell phone, which we now know was smashed when investigators got it.
And has there been any statement from the New England Patriots?
Nothing specific from the Patriots. All we know is yesterday he went to Gillette Stadium purportedly to work out, and he was told to leave by stadium staff. They said no coaches were there. As for the league, the NFL just says that it is monitoring developments.
It's a little interesting now because we have Tim Tebow, who was just brought on to the Patriots, and there's some whispers here that he's being considered for tight end.
Wow.
And can we consider that a bit of a coincidence?
An analysis on the depth chart there for the Patriots, Scott Goldberg?
The depth chart conspiracy theory. I like it. No, I don't know that it's linked, but I was going to say this takes away a potential target for Tim Tebow, maybe, but then again, he's not much of a passer to begin with.
Oh, a low blow. Scott Goldberg, you're my kind of guy. Thanks for joining us this morning.